Alright, here we go. Everything should be operating. Should be a fully operational battle station. Alright, we did it. The final day off stream. It's finally here. Obviously I'm just a few minutes late. Just a few. But listen, it's my day off. I'm just relaxing. And now I will have a good time relaxing with all of you. Okay, so we have got a bunch to cover because, we're talking about 2017. It's the last day off stream, which I didn't even expect to do, but it, on kind of a whim, I thought, hey, what'd be it'd be fun? Day off stream. So first I'll start things off by asking how everyone is. Hopefully you're all well. But yeah, I just got back from setting all this up and taking me dogs out for a nice winter's walk. But yeah, tell me guys, how are all you doing? And we'll start answering some questions. The Dark Master asks, what do you think of the Sons of Garmadon sets? I think they're cool. I like them. I definitely like Lloyd's car. And I know that some certain people just may disagree. However, I'm really looking forward to that one. So I think they're good. I'm a little perplexed as to what the story's going to contain, but I digress. So, but also everyone asking, I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm glad that you are all doing at least somewhat all right. How was my Christmas? Black Belt Gamer asks. It was nice. It was very nice. Thank you. How about you guys? Did you do anything for Christmas? If not, did you at least have a good day? Hopefully, of course. But do I have a cold? No, I am kind of still in the early stages of, or the later stages of recovering from my my earlier sicknesses. But I just came in from out of the cold, so it's really chilly outside, snow everywhere. Sabertooth Studios asks, did you like The Last Jedi? I still haven't seen it, but I know all the spoilers, so there you go. So 2017, what a busy year. I thought 2016 was fascinating, but 2017 is just something else, that's for certain. Let me see, just going through all of these chats. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so 2017 is fascinating. A ton of things happened. Obviously, I got to do a lot of different things, and we have the channel how it is right now, and that's pretty neat, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to cover that. A few more comments and whatnot. Mid Blue asks, what do you think about the Spinjitzu Masters sets? Not sure exactly what you're referencing. Spinjitzu Masters sets. Are you talking about like the spinners that they brought back? Sabertooth Studios asks, would you rate 2017 over 2016? Absolutely not. 2017 has been a hectic year. It's been a busy year. It has been a turbulent year. 2016, from the outset, seemed like it was a bad year, but you know what? There are still things that I really enjoyed about it. I got to finish the recaps. BrickFair was a blast. So, no, 2017 has been far more difficult than that. So, Wadon asks, how's life been? It's been good. How about you? Hopefully things are going well as you simultaneously listen to two different, I was going to say streams, but I'm not sure that the other thing you're listening to is a live stream. I know that it's like in a Discord thing, but I think I'm the only one streaming. So, let me see. Mod 2087 asks, what are your plans for 2018? I got a bunch of different things in the works. I think you guys are going to really enjoy them. But I'm not going to give away anything yet. You guys already know you're going to be getting the Santar Kava replica review and the rest of the contents of the Power Pack in the first month of 2018. So, there is that. Let me see. Any Silver Rings asks, any updates on the Bionicle Mask Power game yet? So, I actually recorded a video with the head of the project, Joe Cool, and I just need to get that edited and out, and we just kind of sat down and played the game a little bit, the recent update, and had a good time discussing it. So, that will be coming out as well. I just need to actually sit down and edit it. Super Alpha Blood asks, which Bionicle year was your favorite? 2001. 2001 is my favorite. 2004 is a very close runner-up, though. William Jamrick says, hey Jay, just got an amazing deal on 2 Brutakas and I want to give one away, so pick one person or you. 2 of my friends are in the giveaway too, so a random number generator will pick one of them. Well, that is incredibly generous of you. I will definitely refer to whoever else wants to be a part of that. I've already got a Brutaka, so I'm all good. So just go ahead and have at it. That's very nice of you. Wolk is, where's the Kini Nui? I haven't been able to find it yet. Okay, so it is one of the few things that geographically isn't in the accurate location on the Bionicle Masks of Power map. But if you look around, I don't want to give you a hint right away, but look at just look at the video that I recorded on this channel, and you see it. You can get a pretty good idea of where it's at with that. Silver Rings asks, do you actually think LEGO will ever try to make Gen 3 or no? No, I don't. I think Bionicle is absolutely certainly done. I may be wrong. I'm not saying that's a bona fide fact, but I do not personally believe they will try Bionicle ever again. They will definitely reference it in things, absolutely, as we've seen with the Ninjago City, but I don't think we're going to get a full-fledged line. Maybe we'll get, like, anniversary things, like for the 20th, 25th, etc., but no, I'm fairly certain that it is done. The R. Master Nui asks, is there going to be a construction line in 2018? Outside of Star Wars, I don't know. So, Sabretooth Studios asks, do you think Ninjago will last long enough to surpass Bionicle as the longest running original line? Absolutely. Handedly, actually. I personally believe that it will surpass Bionicle. It already has in terms of popularity. It's not even a debate. No matter what you think of its quality, it is massively popular. So, I think certainly that it will surpass Bionicle's record as the longest running original LEGO theme. And because it's an evergreen theme. Like City is, or Space, or the other evergreen themes that I don't remember right now. So, no, absolutely. Waj asks, how's your Galador experience been going? Well, thank you for asking. Unfortunately, it's been on a little pause since I've been incredibly busy. First, I got sick. That was a mess. And I'm still in the later stages of recovering from that. And then I got busy moving because I'm house sitting somewhere else for a few months. So I've been dealing with that. So I'm going to get back into it pretty soon here, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, the R Master asks, what about City? Why isn't that a theme? So, City is a theme. It is an evergreen theme, and if you want to get technical, it is the longest running LEGO original line. The difference here and what people generally talk about is story-driven themes, which City isn't. So, of LEGO's non-licensed properties, it probably is either the or the longest running. One of the or the. But as far as story-driven themes, it's absolutely Bionicle right now, and it will certainly be Ninjago very soon. Wolk asks, when's the Power Pack review coming out? It's going to come out in January after the Santar cover replica review. And I want to stress, it's not the Power Pack review, it's the remaining contents of the Power Pack. I mean, there is a little bit of a, you could say semantics, sure. But I'd still contest that I reviewed the Power Pack set. I'm just reviewing the accessories within it. So, Cool Car 161, by the way, I do recognize you. He asks, can you do recaps for Galador? No. So the recaps, they are done. They are certifiably done. LJ's recap reviews are finished. I finished them in 2016, and then I had a brief epilogue after that in 2017. Earlier this year, actually. And I'm content. I'm so absolutely content and happy about that. It couldn't have gone better. So even if TTV wouldn't have an issue with me doing recaps again, which they would, then I wouldn't want to do them anyway because I consider them finished. They're absolutely done. So any reviews I do from here out are not going to be called recaps, and they're not going to be called recents. They are going to be called something different. You guys will see that relatively soon. So, the Roborind GR5706 asks how I am, and I am doing well, thank you. How are you doing? William Jamrick asks, Jay, what's your favorite meme? Oh, goodness. I don't really have one. And if I do have one, I can't think of it right off the top of my head. So, it's not coming to mind. Silver Ring says, so it's just LJ's reviews now? No. There is something in the middle of that. And I won't reveal what it is now. It's not super creative or anything. It's not like out of this world, like, wow, that's so, I never saw that coming. So, but it is something in the middle. It's not going to be LJ's reviews. There's a differentiation. R. Master Nui asks, why would they care about you doing the recaps? I mean, guess is as good as mine. They want very much for me not to be associated with TTV or any of the shows, which is funny given that the banners haven't been updated at all, or the patron stretch goals, but outside of that, they say that they own the recap reviews, so, and that they paid for them, which I find laughable. I'm gonna break my whole silence just briefly. I find it very laughable. I will say that, but in any case, even if that wasn't a thing, I'm not bringing the recaps back because they're finished. They're absolutely done, and I'm very content about that. I'm super, super satisfied. So, it doesn't really matter in the long run whether or not they want me to do or not do the recaps. It's fine. But, yeah. Now, Wolk asks, any changes in plans on playset reviews since last time I asked? I'm not going to say anything on this. I don't remember what I told you last time. But, I'm not going to comment yet on playset reviews. Put it that way. Silver Rings asks, wait, why wouldn't they want you to be associated? Did I miss something? I don't know if you missed this, but I got fired from TTV in late August. And it was announced early September. So that's something that actually happened this year. So I'm no longer associated, affiliated, or member of TTV or the parent company Pandemic Panda. I've said this several different times before. I've never claimed the contrary after September. So that is something that happened in TTV. And honestly, the outset that I've gone about it with has been, obviously it was kind of an abrupt thing, but I'm very glad with what we've been able to do here. The Eljay Johnsen Show and all the stuff here, the videos that I'm going to be doing and so on and so forth. It's been fun. It's been very enjoyable. I've had a lot of flexibility, and I've very much enjoyed that. And I got everything I wanted to do done while being a part of TTV. And my big thing was I wanted to do the recap reviews. I wanted to finish and release the Matanui Island in Minecraft. I wanted to be able to review all of the recent sets. And I did all that. the map got finished, and it got released to you guys for free, which I'm very happy about. And if they ever take that link down, I will immediately and unabashedly put it back up, because I have copies upon copies upon copies, so you guys don't ever need to worry about that. And I have, you know, like I said, the recaps are done. I am still the only person who has reviewed all of the Bionicle sets released. This isn't counting combiner models, but that's a whole nother matter. And I'm very happy about that. I'm very proud of it. I'm content. I make no claims to their quality. Somebody said on a YouTube comment that they were very mediocre reviews, which, that's totally fine. I'm not going to claim that they're great reviews. I'm not making any mainstay claim to their quality, just the fact that I've made them. So, that's what I'm content about. So, let me see. Timote Best asks, do you still hang out with some of the TGV members? Yes. Yes, I do. There are actually a bunch that I still do hang out with. And you'll probably be seeing some of them next year on the Eljay Johnsen Show. Zahaki. Hey, Zahaki. Did you ever put my Vaki head in the island? I did not. I'm terribly sorry. So, William Jamrick asks, how tall would the Bionicles be in real life? Just wondering. Nexalo answers 7 feet, which is technically correct if you're talking about Toa. Toa, in our measurements, or at least for, you know, feet, inches measurements, a Toa would be about 7 feet tall. Matorn would be shorter than that. Trog would be shorter than that. So on and so forth. So, let me see. Somebody earlier mentioned something. Triavore Productions said I should have Dalek bricks on my podcast. Sure. Absolutely. I'm totally down with that. That sounds like fun. You know, I want as many interesting perspectives. So that's another thing that happened this year. The Eljay Johnsen Show was released, and I'm going to be saying this again later on, but right now I definitely want to shout out and thank so much Zeros, Zeros, for the amazing work that he did. He volunteered his time and his amazing skills to give me a couple of intros and the template that you see here, and it's just been so incredible. He is so amazingly skilled. I don't want to say talent, because some artists have an issue with the word talent, but, like, you know, I'd say he's talented, but I also don't want to downplay his just raw skill, and it's just so impressive, and I'm so thankful that he came and did all this. It's been fantastic. But regarding the Eljay Johnsen Show, I'm very happy with how it's been going. Quite content. Hopefully, like, I know it was an early critique of the show, that it felt a little stilted, a little awkward. I hope that has been improved. I maintain it wasn't that it was awkward then, because talking to Elira, it was fine, because I'd talked to her before, of course, and I felt like it was going well. We were having a good time, but I did notice there was some lag in the call, and so that's what I think was the issue, and it made it seem like it was awkward. So, give me just one moment. Just a moment, guys. Okay, there we go. So, just a little heads up, right before I end things, you know, I'm gonna thank a ton of people, so if there's any of you listening, just know that. Okay, so, Wilk asks, is it possible we'll see Zeros on the show? He has an ever-open invitation. So, he is always welcome. Right now, he isn't scheduled, but do know he is definitely welcome all the time. Let me see. Mod 2087 asks, did you send invitations to Rollout Reviews, Jang the Hapori, Callan, LOD, or Ben Kosi? Okay, so, let me see here. I want to invite Jang. I just haven't really gotten around to it because he's a little bit of a recluse. So I haven't done that yet. Rollout Reviews, I actually hadn't thought about inviting him, but I would love to. The Hapori, I just haven't sent their invitation out yet, but they're certainly on the list of folks that I'd love to have on. Callan, I have not invited him yet, but I auditioned for his Toa series, which that's pending. So I don't know if I'll get it. And Ben Kosi, I can't say I recognize that name. Nexalo asks, are you ever going to have 2 guests on at the same time? I have in the past for like the, episode 0, and I'm certainly not opposed. So I'll actually go with yes, because there are a couple of folks that I would love to have on at the same time, because I think that'd make a super fun episode. So, but yeah. Just a reminder, if things do lag, then make sure just to refresh, and that should clear it up a little bit. I don't know why it's doing that, but but yeah. So I'm pretty happy with how things have been, going on with the show. Again, I hope that the whole awkward issue that was mentioned early on has been resolved for a lot of people, and it's been a learning experience for me, having to work just on a one-on-one, because I'm so used, like 7 years I spent on a podcast with a group of people. So going from that to a one-on-one is very different. But I'm so happy with how it's been. A lot of the guests I've had thus far have been fantastic. In fact, all of them have been fantastic. And all the episodes have been great to me, because the ones where I learn new things have been my favorites. Like talking to Black Six, Andrew, from BZ Power, has been really fascinating. Talking to Javier Hernandez very recently about our universe and Lego universe has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm very, very, very content with that. Biotoa7 asks, why not interview other fan-led Lego projects? Absolutely. I'd love to. No qualms at all. I think that'd be so much fun. BrickFair Mox asks, hey LJ, what is your favorite reference in Ninjago City? And this is a very easy answer for me. If you look down at level 1, on the sides of the bridge, you will see 2 kind of poster-esque things on the dark tan panels, and they both have a different symbol in each one. One of those is the symbol for Makuta, and the other is the symbol for the Uso from Monog. That's my favorite reference. Love it. The set's immaculate regardless. So, Raptor Roth asks, what was more expensive, the Manas or Toa Matanui? Toa Matanui was gotten at retail, so definitely the Manas, which I had to get well after it had first released off of eBay. So, that was certainly the more expensive of the 2. But, yeah. So, quite content with that. I've got other things in the works, obviously more reviews, of course. I'll let you guys know I'm going to be doing a top 10 list. Because it's not going to be like super fancy or super strict. It's really going to be kick back and pretty casual. And it's going to be totally opinion-based. 100% my opinion. Which is why it's going to be fun seeing what you guys think of it. Because, it's not even because I need to rake in those views. Top 10s will get them for me. I want to do a top 10. I loved doing top 10s, when I wasn't overworked with TTV, because it's a fun video type to do. So, let me see. Biotoa, who's your favorite Lego or Bionicle stop motion YouTuber if you have one? Oh, goodness. See, it would be easy for me to answer this if I could remember the names of the Bionicle YouTubers that did stop motion. And Lego as well. Okay, so I'll say that Brotherhood Studios, I believe they're called, they do a great job on everything. And I did send them an invite. They were a little hesitant because they didn't think they'd be able to really contribute that much, which is totally understandable. It's very early on. So, we will see. but I'll say them for now. Wolk asks, do the manas still work after the rain during the recap finale? So one of them does. The other has had a motor go out on I think the left side. So I just need to replace the central part, and those are a dime a dozen on Bricklink. So I just need to get around to doing that, and then I'll be fine. So, Mod 2087 asks, can we suggest top 10 topics? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. No opposition to that whatsoever. I don't know how many I'll do, because it's like, this is a thing I just want to do for fun, of course. No. So, Mid Blue asks, what are your favorite canisters? Definitely the Mata canisters. With a close second being the Borak canisters. Just very, very fun. So, also again, if there's any lag, it's because I'm in a different location than I was last week for the show. So the internet may be a little persnickety. So certainly refresh the page if it does that. Biotoa7 asks, what is your view on custom or 3D printed Lego pieces? This is actually a question I'm going to forward to everyone here as well. What do you guys think? I'm interested on your take. Personally, I have no issue. Custom pieces, they're a little, like, if we're talking cut parts that make them custom, a little on that, but 3D printed Lego parts are phenomenal. I've had several of them. They've all been great. I highly recommend it. Shapeways is a gift to the Lego community, specifically us in the Bionicle community, because it's just so versatile. You can do so much with it. It's great. Absolutely great. Let me see. Have you had any dreams about Bionicle? Timote Best asks. None that I recall. Put it that way. I don't remember. So. But, yeah, no, 3D printed pieces are excellent. But, of course, I'd like to ask you guys again, how are you guys doing? How has your year been? Well, how would you rank 2017? Was it better than 2016? Well, what's been happening? But, what else happened this year? There's BrickFair, of course, and pretty much everyone I've talked to said that BrickFair this year was kind of a weird one. I'll definitely agree with that. So that was a little bit funky. A couple of questions here. Sabretooth Studios asks, would you have Metro Nui Legacy on? Absolutely. He's been invited and is... We just haven't scheduled it exactly because he was a little bit busy at the time, but he is invited and on the pending list. A JackFan1 asked, permission to shamelessly plug one of my Shapeway stores. LJ, yeah, be my guest. Absolutely. Wolka says this in response to the earlier question. As far as making mocks, sure, custom parts are great in contests, however, I'm against it. Because then you might as well make one just a sculpture. It removes the limitation needed for contests. It's an interesting perspective. A very, very interesting perspective. I feel like that is a discussion that can be had at length, for sure. Yeah, I seem to agree with a lot of people here. The year started out promisingly and then kind of got a little bumpy. So, I can understand that. But, movies were good this year. I definitely agree with Sabretooth Studios. Movies were really good. I loved all the Marvel movies that came out, because obviously I'm a Marvel fan. I thought that Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and this is a little bit more of an unpopular opinion, but I thought it was better than the first one. I enjoyed it more than the first one. Spider-Man Homecoming is easily the best Spider-Man movie ever made, and Thor Ragnarok was just a blast. RMS Nui says, suddenly oranges, but only a robotic talking voice. He has also been invited. He is also on the pending list. We just got to schedule it out. So expect him at some point. Midblue asks, what is in your Bionicle headcanon? Well, I don't really have a Bionicle headcanon. I pretty much... See, I'm kind of a straightforward purist in a lot of ways. Where I can be. Like, all my sets are built stock per the instructions, and I don't really differ from the canon at all. I don't really think that the majority of projects can do it better. Don't get me wrong, I acknowledge its issues, and I have issues with it, but I don't have a specific headcanon. There is one headcanon I do like a lot, though, and if I were to have one, I would 100% agree with it. And it's a headcanon that Bionicle stopped in 2010. The story did not continue past the final comic and the final book that was released in 2010. So the serials never happened. Samad's Tale wrapped up perfectly fine. Absolutely understandable. But after that, nothing. That is the headcanon that I am 100% behind. I don't think it, but it's one that makes perfect sense to me. Because there were a lot of issues with Bionicle continuing after that point. And it's kind of a mess. So, let me see here. The Mockingbird, by the way, hello. If you could have a Bionicle video game in any style and any time period, what would it be? I will refer you to Bionicle Masks of Power. That is it. That's my answer to that question. Jack Fan says, if anyone is interested, I have a product up on Shapeways called CCBS Hand with Mixel Sockets. So go check that out. That sounds actually really cool. Spaceman asks, do you consider the Star Wars EU canon? Is it like the stuff before Disney bought them? Because if so, I mean, I'm not super into Star Wars, so it doesn't really concern me either one way. But if Disney says it's not canon, then obviously it's not canon. So, as much as I'd like there to be a way around that, that's where headcanon comes in. You can pick and choose. So, Wolk asks, what is your favorite Bionicle wiki, and why isn't it the Bionicle wiki? Well, you said Bionicle wiki, which could mean two different websites. So I'm going to go with BSO1, which is my favorite Bionicle wiki. If you'd said Wikia, well, then maybe that would have worked. But Wikia is not good. And I don't mean to bash on the people running it. I'm sure they're just other fans as well working on the project, and that's perfectly understandable. However, I certainly cannot endorse it. Sabretooth Studios asks, what is your favorite TV show? Okay, this is a good question. Well, for the longest time, I would have said Castle when it was still around. The ending was really, really... Ugh, gosh darn that ending. Castle was a lot of fun. Right now, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is phenomenal. Love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, in the beginning, it was really campy and weird, but, man, it got better. Raptor Roth asks, where did you get your Bionicle hat? I want one. It was a fluke. It was not intentional. I didn't, find it on purpose. I just stumbled across it on eBay, and it was the only one I'd ever seen of it, and then got it there. So, Spaceman asks, why can't you endorse the Bionicle Wiki? I'm just curious. It is a very poorly done website. And again, this isn't against the people running it. I know they're just fans like everyone else. However, I cannot endorse it because a lot of the information is wrong. Very little of the information is ever sourced. It is inaccuracies just through the roof. It's not as well written. It's not as well formatted. There is nothing on the Bionicle Wikia that is done better than BSO1. Nothing. It's not a good source to go for anything Bionicle related. Now, the custom Bionicle Wiki is fantastic. It's a great idea. But the Bionicle Wikia is not. It's not good. Like, oh gosh, what was it? I had a discussion with someone very recently, and they had said that the Kanohi Garai, the Mask of Gravity, had been forged using a Toa Disc of Gravity. That isn't sourced anywhere. Anywhere. Because it isn't. And somehow they, for whatever reason, stayed it there. And there's no source for that. I've never heard that. That isn't a thing. So, there you go. No. Biosector 1 is absolutely the better of the two. There isn't really a contest. Midblue asks, how many masks in Bionicle Mask of Power have you already found? Well, I haven't played it a whole lot recently, so I don't have pretty much any of them. Apologies. Mod 2087 asks, which band is your favorite? I don't really have a favorite band. There's no one band that I go, oh yeah, every single one of their albums, gotta listen to it, gotta buy it. Nope. So, Tree of Ore Productions asks, why aren't brickheads posable? Is it possible to make them posable so they, so why don't, it is possible to make them posable, so why don't they do it? Because I guess it's supposed to be kind of analogous with Funko Pops? I don't know. I've got no idea. It doesn't really bother me. I have two of them. I think they're really cool statues, but they're definitely not play figures. Okay, so Wolk says the Kanohi Garai is forged using the Toa Disc of Gravity. Greg has said so on the LMDs. Not Hookie's Garai, of course, but other ones. Okay, show me that source. Show me where that is. Show me where he said that. I need to see it. Because for the longest time, I didn't believe that Greg had said that the Mask of Alternate Realities, or was it? No, it was the Mask of Mutation. Someone somewhere had said, okay, so the Mask of Mutation was made using a Mask of a Kanoka of Reconstruct at Random, and some other Kanoka. And, okay, well, where did Greg say this? If he said this, why wouldn't he just confirm the other Kanoka? Looked through the LEGO message board database, made by Voximo, by the way, and found, yeah, he did not confirm it. So I need to see where he said this. That is the problem with the Bionicle Wikia. No source. BS01, they've started recently, sure, but they've sourced a ton of stuff, and it's great. So I need to see this. So, I'll try looking that up through the database, but that's really my thing. So, it's rife with misinformation and poor formatting, poor writing. It's just not as good as BS01. But yeah. So it's definitely been a fascinating year, of course. A lot of new things to do with the channel here and videos to make. But I'm very interested in next year and seeing what's going to happen. I'm very obviously excited for the show and getting more people on handedly. Magic Ninja asks, did you get any Lego sets for Christmas? What about you? Did you? And the answer is no. Well, no, it's technically yes. So I did. I did get one Lego set. It was a gift, of course, for Christmas. It was the new construction Boba Fett. And he is phenomenal. It's great. Highly recommend it. Wadon asks, how's Overwatch been? It's been fine. It's been good, just doing the same old, same old. It's been fun. There's somebody in Ireland I need to 1v1 and utterly destroy. Just kind of brutally. There's just kind of no two ways about it. Of course, I also need to do some other 1v1s or 1v2s in Halo Reach. For anyone unaware, one of the things that I will absolutely contest, is that I'm really, 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 really good at Halo Reach. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. But you want to 1v1 me? That'd be great. I'll have to do it after next year because I don't have my Xbox with me right now. So, Tree of War Protection says you should get the 2018 Minecraft sets. I'm looking into them. I would love to. I love the Lego Minecraft sets. That's another thing you just reminded me. The Minecraft moment. Gosh dang, I'm still so excited about that. Oh, it's awesome. Gosh, it is so awesome. For those that are unaware, Lego held a short contest with a bunch of the Lego user groups back in like May. They were like, hey, send in your Minecraft story, and the winner of it will get their video stop motion animated and put on Lego.com and the Lego channel, and they'll be sent a set. And I won, and I'm on the Lego YouTube channel. It's so cool. I'm still so excited about that. That's one of the absolute all-time highlights of this year, is doing that. So, yeah. The Mockingbird asks, would you endorse the idea of a 2018 construction line in which the hero is good guy and the villain is bad guy? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I would endorse that. And I would absolutely get a duplicate of good guy so I can light him on fire in his new form. So, just keep that in mind. But, yeah. No, that's definitely been my highlight. I actually really love the Lego Minecraft sets, and I will go into that more in the future in a video I'm working on. And I'll explain why I just really do enjoy them. And honestly, Lego hasn't paid me off. They're not asking me to do this. I'm not affiliated with Lego in the way that, like, I'm not a recognized Lego user group or a recognized Lego fan media or anything. I just really like Lego Minecraft. I don't get very many of the sets because I do believe that the prices are just a little bit much. But, you know, the few that I do get, I'm very, very, very pleased with. Maybe with one exception. I'm actually thinking about selling that to a local store. That's not because it's a bad set. It's just because there are other sets that I would prefer to get over it. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's been an interesting year, that's for sure. Well, I'm just very glad that things have worked out and that you guys are hopefully having a good time with how the channel's been going. You know, I'm very excited for the show, of course. There are more videos I want to do, and I'm looking forward to making them. It's just been so busy, I haven't gotten around to being able to do it. Like the Joe Cool video is a really easy video to edit. It's just I haven't been able to. So, but I'm looking forward to you guys seeing that. The top 10 that's going to come out in a couple of days. That's really simple. So, Reggie's game? Regsy Games. I think that's right. I am on a Bionicle group on Facebook called Bionicle Mask Posting, and a couple of months ago we heard rumors of a new construction line coming in spring of 2018. Have you heard this rumor? I have heard this rumor. Firstly, and shout out to Bionicle Mask Posting. Those guys are hilarious. I don't have a Facebook account. I'm not going to get a Facebook account, but funny folks. Anyway, I have heard the rumor. I'm not going to give a comment one way or the other. I'm not really going to discuss leaks or anything. So, have heard it. No way of knowing if it's true, but I've heard the rumor. So, William Elliott says you should really get the Construction Chewbacca figure. It's really good in my opinion. I have it. It was also gifted to me for my birthday. And wow, is it... See, even when we first saw the pictures, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought that it was an accurate Chewbacca figure. I think that it was good to, to build. I really do enjoy it. Magic Ninja asks, favorite set that you got this year? You'll find that out before the year is out, because that's a top 10 list I'm making. It's my top 10 favorite sets from 2017. So, and again, that's what I mean. It's just my complete subjective opinion. So, and I tried to stress this as much as I could during the recaps, that they really was trying to be objective. And, like, I'll agree with some of the things in it, but I tried to let you know when those, I brought up my personal opinion that I hadn't seen in the community. I was just discussing this with someone last night in the Bionicle subreddit Discord server, and I had mentioned that there was a con that I had brought up that I didn't agree with, but I had to bring it up because it was a big deal in the community. That was proportions, that was it. The proportions, unhuman-like proportions on Bionicle sets in Generation 1 were very lowly regarded. And people didn't like them when they were not as close to human proportions as possible. That never bothered me. It wasn't really an issue I ever really had unless it affected the set standing a particular way, like Matanui from the Glatorian Wave. But I had to bring it up because it was a big community issue. So, but that's kind of what I mean. So, but yeah, actually, I'll ask that same question to you because Magic Ninja, that's a really good question. I'll ask it to you guys in a few days too. But what was your favorite Lego set that you did get this year? I'm interested to know. Super Alpha Blood asks, did you watch the Hero Factory show and what was your opinion on it? I did. It was aimed at a younger age range than I was a part of, and I was still pretty sour about Bionicle getting canceled shortly beforehand. So it wasn't really my big thing, but I had a lot of fun watching it with, folks like Meso, because we've had a lot of fun in-jokes about it, like, it's Rotor! It's Corroder! And, Born Ready, Furno, and a bunch of stuff. It's been fun. So, but I definitely don't like the fact that it had 3 cliffhangers 3 years in a row, and it ended on a cliffhanger. So, that is my opinion on the show. William Elliott asks, do you collect Funko Pops? Nope. I don't. I don't even collect Brickheads. So. Ooh, really good answers. Dark Nova says his favorite is the Saturn V. I've heard nothing but good things about that set. It looks immaculate. Waj says his best set he got would probably be the Exosuit. Also a really good one. Seen very nice things about it. Definitely one of the more unique idea sets, because it's not based on a property. William Elliott asks, do you have any Mega Constructs Pokemon sets? No, nor do I plan on getting any. I'm not a Pokemon fan. I'm not a Pokemon hater, necessarily, but I'm not a fan of it. I grew up on Digimon, and I think Digimon is a better show and a better story. So, have at that what you will. Let me see here. Jack Fan says he got 0 sets this year, and he focused a lot on Marks. Oh, hi, Marks. Focused a lot on mocks and part design. Fair enough. Perfectly understandable. Okay, Sabretooth Studios asks what's the story behind the drawing in the stream. So, the drawing in the stream was made by Klenda over at the BCC, and she made it and handed it to me in person at BrickFair 2017 this year. And I love it so much. Found a frame for it and put it up on my wall, and I'm looking at it right now. The letters, those are handmade by my younger brother, and I love them as well. And I just need to put them back on my wall because they kind of fell off. Because I tried to use some of that sticky tape stuff to put on the wall, and I did that in the middle of the summer. Not a really good idea on my part, so I just need to put them up with Velcro. So, but yeah, no, I love it. It was very nice of her. I think it's a great drawing. Obviously, it's based off of that one shot in the recap epilogue. So, also, see you, Jack Fan. Thanks for joining in. I hope you have a great day. So, yeah, that's the story behind it. Regzy Games asked, what do you think of 3D printed custom parts? I mentioned earlier that I think they're great. Honestly wonderful. Solaris Magnus says his favorite Pokemon is Bon Sweet. Okay, listen here. That's an exception. And kind of, it's a given, Soul. It's a given. Of course, if there was a Digimon based off of a Mangosteen, of course I'd love it. It's great. And even though I don't play Pokemon, if I were to ever, then I would just have a 6-stack of those Mangosteen Pokemons. And it would be phenomenal. I would never lose. I would lose so severely, often. But I would try not to lose. So, there you go. Oh, boy. But, yeah, no, it's definitely fascinating this year. Also, for anyone wondering, I will leave this up. It's not necessarily a very interesting thing to listen to afterwards, because it's just me talking to a bunch of people that I name out. And I'm still a little bit skeptical about whether or not I'm going to be bringing back the day off streams. But I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you guys, and hopefully you guys have a good time. And, you know, I'd like to use them as a platform to do giveaways, and that's something I was looking into, but I don't want to talk about it too much because it's all complicated. So, Magic Ninja has a great question. She asks, if there was a Digimon building block theme, should it be done by Mega Constructs or Lego? Certainly Lego. I don't really think anything should be done by Mega Constructs. Their quality just isn't comparable to Lego. Kind of the bottom line. Cool Car asks, would you rather sell Al? Well, I don't know anyone named Al. So, I'm going to go with no. I know that's an unfinished question. So, I'll let you go ahead and finish that, of course. Alright, let me see. Sabertooth Studios asks, how many Mangosteens would have to be shown in the background of, say, Dawn of Justice to make you like it? Too many. The Mangosteen would need to be the main characters. So. William Elliott asks, what kind of music are you into? The kind that sounds good. I'll tell it's a little hard for me to say what music I am into as opposed to what I'm not into. I'm not in a super, like, deep death metal or anything like that. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of dubstep. I'm really just not. And for the most part, I'm not. There's one other I just can't remember. But those are the basics. Stephen Wirt says, sup LJ. Sup Swart. How's it going? Waj asks, what do you think about the Digimon Adventure Tri series? Okay, so I actually very recently picked up the third film, Confession, on DVD, and I was like, yes, yay, it's the best one. So I thought it started out alright, and it was like, eh. And then Confession came out, and it's like, yes, yeah, oh man, yeah, Hercules, come and carry my, oh my gosh, yes! And then, meh, and then, So I'm really interested to see how the sixth one is, but I've been entertained. It's been fun. I'm glad they're still making them. But really interested to see how the third one ends up. Okay, there we go. Cool Car asks, would you rather sell all your Lego or be allergic to mangosteen? Great question. Definitely rather be allergic to mangosteen because I don't eat very many of them anyway. So it wouldn't affect me as it stands. I couldn't eat them and it'd make me sad, but you know what? I'm not eating them very much anyway. So. Let me see here. But, alright. Okay. Magic Ninja's talking about, we already have Nick, I'm not sure what Nick is, Pokemon and Star Trek with Mega Constructs. But then we, on the flip side, we have Disney Cartoon Network. Oh, Nickelodeon. Okay, makes sense. Cartoon Network and Star Wars with Lego. Exactly. Lego, it's not even a matter of the stuff that Lego has. It's just Lego makes just far better products. Flat out. Okay, Wolk, I will go ahead and send you a link for that. I'll upload that. I noticed they did that TTV did take down the download link to Voximo's archive that I hosted a contest for. I will re-upload that and try and make that somewhere. So, I'll see what I can do. But, let me see. Spaceman asks, do you think that The Last Jedi is as bad as everyone is saying it is? Has 51% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I know all the spoilers, though. I do understand that it had been rated. The score had been rated. And I don't know if that had been rectified at all. But I don't know. I just don't know yet. Prentice asks, what is your least favorite Bionicle set that is primarily colored green? Least favorite. Great question. The answer is Vastus. Not a big fan of Vastus. Actually, wait. Okay. Vastus as a large canister set. And then as a small set, I'm going to go with a Rooney. So there you go. Let me see. Waj is saying, I'm really curious to see where they're going with the next film, since it's basically just a reboot of Digimon Adventure now. Yeah, they got a lot to wrap up in the last one. Like, they gotta resolve the whole main villain. We gotta figure out what happened to the O2 kids. They have to resolve it in a way that doesn't necessarily conflict or contradict the ending of O2, like that, forward into the future thing. So I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do, because they have a lot to put into it in a very short amount of time. So that's why I'm a little hesitant. It's got to end well. It's got to end well so that at the very least I can say, yes, this was decent. If it ends poorly, I'm going to be quite dismayed. So we'll see. I'm very interested nonetheless. Bricks on Bricks says, hey, Eljay, just wanted to say I really enjoy your content. Thank you. Especially that it's more expanding on the reaches of Lego and all the varieties. Maybe someday you'll come to Brick World Chicago. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I hope that people have been enjoying the show and that it's been catching some people's interest. And I'm sorry. I don't know if I can come to Chicago. I'm sorry, man. I got to draw the line somewhere. I don't think I'd ever be in Illinois, honestly, for any reason. Like, something horribly wrong would have to have happened for me to be in Illinois. But, yeah. This is just going to be my thing now. Just never going to Illinois or Chicago. You guys got to come to the Void. Void's awesome. It's a Void. But, I'll ask again. I don't have any set time limit on how long this is going to last. We might go for another half an hour since I don't want to too terribly strain my voice. So, I'll ask you guys, how have you been? What do you guys, how are you doing, of course? Let me see. Bricks on Bricks says he'll be going to BrickFair, Virginia this coming year. Awesome. I think you will have a great time. I don't know if I'm going yet. I just don't. It's in consideration. I'm just not sure. Mod 2087 asks, do you want to visit Billund? Yes, I do want to visit Billund. I want to go to the Lego house. It's a lot of fun. Pilacar says, LJ, your Reinhardt sucks. Lamau, okay, Luis, have fun against this man with rage. Those were okay, let me restart. You chose your words poorly. You will regret that. Orion Stargazer says, hey, LJ, I'm going to BrickFair, Virginia next year for the first time. Any suggestions for first-time goers, especially from mock exhibitors? Hope to finally meet you. I hope to as well. I'm just not sure. Okay, so for mock exhibitors, definitely cooperate with the people around you. And if you're going to be doing construction, there's going to be a lot of construction there, so you just got to work with the people and figure out how best to sort things out. For just a first-time person, you're probably not going to see everything you want to see. There's just too much to actually see. But I think you're going to have a good time. Look around at deals, because there are a lot of great deals. I think I remember getting, like, 3 Levok Borak for, like, $9. Something like that. No, it was a little over $9. They were $4 a pop. And they were complete. And I, like, gave 2 of them away. And I still have 1 that I'll probably end up giving away. So, look for deals. There are a ton of them. Have a good time. And, yeah, you know, just... okay, no. Most important word of advice. Wear comfortable shoes. Seriously. You're going to be walking the majority of the time, and it's all concrete flooring. Wear comfy shoes. Okay. Jormad, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully everyone else is doing well as well. And doing well as well. But, yeah. No, I'm a little unsure whether or not I'm going. And it's not even because it's like, oh no, what if TTV is there? I don't want things to be awkward. It's not a matter of that at all. It's just because I don't know if I need to go. You know, because last time I went as a rep for TTV. And this time I just kind of be going on my own. So it really depends. If I've got things that I can do and people to hang out with, then I'll probably be going. It's just a matter of really just giving it some thought, getting the time off, and seeing if there's anything I can do to make it any better. Mod 2087 asks, how can we send our mocks to BZ Power? I would recommend heading over to BZ Power because they do have a topic about this. Now, the convention circuit that they have. So I would certainly recommend checking that out. Magic Ninja says, I'm hoping to go to BrickFair this year. I just need someone to fly to Virginia with me. But if I do go, I plan on bringing my cardboard Bakari. Awesome. Certainly recommend it. Probably don't wear it all the time. It's difficult. I know that from experience. So, let me see. Mod 2087 asks, are you allergic to anything? Yes, 2 things. I am gluten and lactose intolerant. So, but and that's okay. I once was working my boxing job. I made boxes for Fruit Packing Shed, and I had been talking to the people there, and I said, "Oh yeah, no, I'm lactose." You know, my coworkers, I'm gluten intolerant. It's like, wow, I can't even imagine that, man. So, like, I can't imagine like not eating bread, normal bread, or drinking milk. And I was like, well, I'm also lactose intolerant. How do you live? Very carefully. So. Boy, oh boy. FPL I agree with LJ. I walked around the Mall of America in Crocs once. Are you a person? Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. And what is my New Year's resolution? I don't have one. New Year's resolutions, if you can stick to them, they're great, but they definitely have a stigma, and I think an actualization of shallowness. It's like, oh, my resolution is to be a better person in 2018. Stop talking, puppy, I'm gonna get the club. Just, it's a thing to say nowadays, so, yeah. Jorman asks, biggest question, will Nickel and I ever beat you in Reach? Probably not. So. Ooh, Jorman asks, what the Destiny's Bounty is a heckin' good set. Watch your language. It makes me very happy. It's a great set. I've heard very good things about it. Wilk says, what about not swearing, LJ? Wouldn't that be an easy New Year's resolution? Well, yeah, it would. But I already don't swear. So what's your point? It's like, I can't not do something I already not do. But what about you guys? What's your what's your resolution? Maybe buy a little more Lego, buy a little less Lego. I'm definitely gonna just continue doing what I do normally with Lego. So, Prentice asks, are you glad that Bionicle reiterated it's finally airing? Yes. For anyone unaware, I am a voice actor in the project that Prentice 1215 is working on. It is a show about Bionicle G2. It's called Bionicle Reiterated. So go check that out. Hasty Cheese, that's a hilarious name. LJ, other than the mirror, what's your favorite Kanohi? Definitely the Kakama. Outside of the mirror, of course. See, okay, Rebellious Robot has a good resolution. Get a job. Good. That's good. Getting a job is a good thing. Our master, Nui? Yeah, New Year's resolution. Don't make a resolution because they are stupid. Tree of Orm. My resolutions make more videos frequently. Good one. Nice. Alright. Cruel Koopa. Make more progress on Bionicle Armageddon. Okay, fair enough. All good ones. All certainly good. I'm gonna just do the usual things. I swear. Okay, my resolution might be I need to kill some dogs. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I'd have someone else do it. No, I'm kidding. So, but yeah. Mid Blue asks, when will we be able to hear your Avak voice? It's already on Twitter. I posted it a few days ago. So it's up. It's there. You can hear me. For those unaware, I back very many years ago, I auditioned for my first voice project, a fan project in the Bionicle community. About 2007, it was the Paraka versus the Baraki and the Mari. And I auditioned and ended up being cast as Avak, the Paraka. And I still have that recording for when I was a wee little child. It was long ago. And it's up on Twitter if you want to hear me as a child. Prentice asks, if you were in charge of Ninjago, who is a character you would immediately get rid of besides Cole? I wouldn't get rid of Cole. I'd just make him a more interesting character. There aren't really any characters I can think of that I'd get rid of, so. But, yeah. So it's Twitter's been interesting, of course, and you know, obviously the Twitter account is right there. And it's been good. Very content. Up to 661 followers. It's been great. I appreciate all of you guys doing that. Twitter is basically where I'll post some goofy stuff every now and then, and maybe a nice restart. Maybe a revelation in a few days. Who knows? And any updates to the Eljay Johnsen Show and guest announcements. So, definitely recommend checking it out. William Elliott asks, how do you feel about the newest Ninjago wave? I think it's alright. Pretty cool. I definitely want to get Lloyd's car. Jorman asks, so LJ, why did you spoil The Last Jedi for yourself? You silly boy. I'm a man, thank you very much. And why? Because I don't care too much about Star Wars and Star Wars spoilers. I'm not like a super big fan of Star Wars. Not that I hate it, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm not like super invested in it. And it's nice not having to worry about spoilers because I don't mind. I don't really care about being spoiled because it's not a franchise I'm super invested in. And this way I don't have to dodge spoilers. So it's a win-win for me. D. Raucus asks, how was your Christmas? It was very nice. Thank you. How was yours? Hopefully, if you didn't celebrate Christmas, hopefully you did something fun that day, and hopefully you at least had a good day. Midblue asks, would you make a video with your Bionicle voice impressions? I only do one voice impression, and that's Liwa from the movie, and I hate doing it. It's so painfully obnoxious to do. Stephen Warren asks, so LJ, when will you finally admit your full name is Eljay Johnsen Johnson? It's not. It's Eljay Johnsen. Thank you very much. ELJAY isn't an abbreviation. LJ, the letters, are an abbreviation, but ELJAY isn't. But, Bieno. Magic Ninja says, I have 4 of the 2018 Ninjago sets, and I have to say the Ninja Nightcrawler is amazing. Nice. Very glad to hear that. Awesome. But in regards to impressions, I don't really do a whole lot of impressions. I don't have the range for that. But the only one I've really worked on has been Liwa from Mask of Light, and it's such an obnoxious voice for me to do. I don't like it. I don't think it fits Liwa literally at all. I even disliked it as a child. And doing it, you have to do all these weird things. It's like you have to talk normally, but you have to whisper. So it's almost like you're whispering. And then you have to add a little bit of, or just a wee bit of Irish, just kind of just on the tip of your tongue. Just a little bit. Wind fly, sand twister. When you ride with me, there'll be no footworking, just air flying. Just really annoying. It's hard to emote doing that voice, because you gotta... The focus you have to do is on the whisper. And it's very difficult to emote with you're doing this whisper thing. Go now, Sister Bear. If this were your teapot, you do the same. You know, I don't know if that sounds accurate. It sounds accurate to me, but my voice sounds different to me in my head. Like, my voice sounds deeper than it sounds to you guys because the vibrations are reverberating in my head. I'm very well aware of that, and you know what? You gotta come to terms with it. Jorman asks, any more system recommendations? I want more heckin' sets, my man. Well, listen here, buddy. You watch your heckin' language. Mother flipper. Anyway, yes, I do recall that I did recommend you the Lighthouse, and I'm very glad you enjoyed it. If I had to, right out the gate, any set I'm going to recommend is going to immediately be the Ninjago City. It's $300. I understand it's a very high price tag, but it's almost 5,000 parts. It's a great deal, and I love the set. Absolutely amazing. Cheaper than that, definitely would recommend the Green Ninja Mech Dragon, any of the Star Wars constructions, specifically Chewbacca and Boba Fett. And, yeah. Well, keep an eye out for a top 10 I'm going to be releasing in a couple of days. That I think I'll give you a little bit more of an in-depth view of things. William Elliott says, I actually like Bionicle 2005. Is there something wrong with me? Not at all. I can totally understand how one may like it. Wasn't really my cup of tea, but I digress. Prentice asks, so what do you think of Mata's voice from 2 and 3 and Liwa's from J2O? Okay, so Mata's voice was fantastic. It's easily one of my favorites. And Liwa from J2O should have been me, should have been me, should have been me, should have been me. There you go. Those are my thoughts. I'm really cheesed at BS01, by the way. And Sword, I know I've told you this before, but they interviewed the guy who did Liwa's voice for G2, and they didn't have the thought to invite me so we could have a Liwa off. It's like, hello? I'm just screwing around, of course, but still. AJD asks, LJ, did you know many of the Bionicle Mask of Light voice actors had other famous roles, such as Scott McNeil as Tahu and Onua, voiced also Wolverine in X-Men Evolution? Yes, I did. Let me see who else. I know that the Dobson brothers, they do a lot of voices for Ninjago nowadays. I know that, I think the voice, his name escapes me. I know Magic Ninja would know this. But the voice actor for Jala, I'm fairly certain he was, Moro from Ninjago. So I definitely know that they do a lot of other things now. Scott McNeil, he is, oh goodness, he's in a game, a recent game. I just can't remember what game it is. But yeah, no, okay, yeah, Magic Ninjas, yeah, Andrew Francis. So there we go. Now, our master asks, LJ, I have $40. What's the best set I can get for that? $40. Okay, so if you go to Walmart, it depends on what you're interested in. So I will go ahead and tell you what I would do with that if I wanted to get a set. So I would get a Lego Ninjago movie set. I have 2 recommendations. One, well, okay, no, I have, yeah, no, gosh, darn me. Okay, the Water Strider. You can go to Walmart, you can get it for about, I think it was $25. And then after that, you can probably also find Master Falls for roughly that same price. Additionally, I'd certainly recommend the Ninjago City Chase. That's roughly around the $20-ish mark. So I would recommend any of those. I think they're really good. They're quaint, but that would be my recommendation. If you wanted a Bionicle set, well, unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly what you'd be looking for, and so I wouldn't be able to advise as well. Okay. Treevor asks, please say Monog was a mistake in your Mask of Light Lewa voice. Okay. Let's see, I gotta get into character. Wind fly, sand twister. Monog was a mistake. Monog was a mistake. I don't know if that works. So, and I think the Water Strider's $25 at Walmart. It's $30 on Lego Shop at Home. Same for Master Falls. So. But, yeah. So I actually want to respond to something. I don't know if he's still around, but there was something I was sent on Twitter by Barden, at Darth Barden. And they had asked what my thoughts on this was. And this refers to a Lego Bionicle San Tarakawa custom box. And I think that it is incredibly cool. I think it's awesome. I don't know. I wouldn't buy it because I don't really have a need for it. But it is so awesome. But in about like 13-ish so minutes, we're going to be wrapping up, of course. And I have a lot of people to thank from this year as we wrap things up. Prentice asks, have you picked up the scores to Legends of Metronue and Web of Shadows yet? I have for Mask of Light and Legends of Metronue. I just haven't gotten around to Web of Shadows yet. I will. I absolutely will. I just haven't done it yet. D-Roxas says, my Christmas was good. Got Neo's Water Strider and an Xbox One S. That's awesome. I think the Water Strider is cool on the Xbox. You should have fun. Magic Ninja asks, have you seen the topic I made on the TTV boards for an analysis on the Oni stuff in Ninjago? I saw that you had posted. I have not read it. But it looks fairly impressive. Cool car. Hated it when you said Monog was a mistake in that podcast. It was more to make a point. Monog was not exactly... It wasn't what it was initially intended to be. So it was, in a sense, a mistake that it ended up being as pivotal as it was. But, I mean, Monog's fantastic. It's wonderful. I love the game. And Templar Studios is outstanding. So, there you go. Cool Car asks, favorite Jangbricks video? I don't really have a favorite, but all of his reviews are constantly top notch. I do agree. I do disagree with him on some subjects. I disagree with him on the licensing fee. I don't think that is entirely representative to look at the average instead of the median when it comes to license price. And I disagree with him on the new Darth Vader being overpriced. I think that the way he's looking at it, being a height increase instead of a part and building experience increase and a more accurate increase, an accuracy increase, there we go. I definitely think that it is a decently priced set and one that I certainly recommend. Thoughts on Gnage Bricks? I see the channel. I think it's hilarious. I haven't watched any videos. I think the concept is funny. Wadden asks, favorite meme by me? Well, does it have to do with me? I'm kidding. But you have a lot of them, so I have trouble keeping track. El Dorito asks, have you ever seen Misadventures of Onopex and Pals? Yeah, I think a few of them. It's been a long time, but I think I did see a few of them a long time ago. And they were enjoyable. Cool Car asks, I hate Lepin, do you? I don't like Lepin, that's for sure. I don't buy bootlegs. So. Let me see. Orion Stargazer asks, have you read the webcomic called Kid and Teenagers? It's a good read. I'd recommend checking it out on DeviantArt by Zatoon. I haven't, never heard of it, but I appreciate the recommendation. Let me see. Mid Blue asks, do you enjoy prequel memes? I think they're hilarious. I think they're very funny. For anyone unaware, they are the Star Wars prequels. A lot of memes referring to them. And I do think they are funny. For the record, though, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie. It's just that General Grievous is awesome. Oh, hey, Shadow Gear. Brandon! He asks, what are your thoughts on the new Building Bigger Thinking sets coming out the next month? I don't have any thoughts on them. I don't think that I've seen them. Nothing's coming to mind. I have to look into that. Let me see. Corral Koopa asks, Vorox or Zesk? And who's your favorite Sand Tribe member? Vorox and Vorox. I'll go with that. But, Alright, Wolk asks, if Web of Shadows is the worst movie in the trilogy, is the Web of Shadows OST the worst in the trilogy? I don't know about the OST, but you can have a good score and not have a good film. And even at that point, I think that Web of Shadows is a good film. Or at least a decent movie. It's just not my cup of tea. That's basically it. So. But, and regarding Revenge of the Sith, it's not even that I don't even think it's the best movie, by no means. It's just, it's my favorite. I just think it was the most fun for me. I don't like the other two prequel movies, so it's really just that one that I like the most. It's the outlier. But I digress. Boy, oh boy. It's been a fascinating year. Just fascinating. All the things that have happened. Yeah, 2019 is going to be interesting. Very intrigued to see what happens with it. I'm looking forward to making more videos. Meeting some more people. I'm trying to work out plans to do a little bit of traveling this year. Go up to Canada, go to Connecticut, possibly BrickFair, I'm not sure. I might have to put my international plans on hold this year, or next year, but eventually I plan on visiting Bill in Denmark and Ireland. So... Hasty Cheese asks, LJ, did you ever watch the Clone Wars TV show? Like the 2D one, the cartoon? Because if so, yes, and it was awesome. Just a little bit, though. And, like, very, very slight, small clips. Dark Nova asks, any wishes for Metroid Prime 4? Just that it be good. William Elliott asks, how did you feel about YouTube Rewind 2017? I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of the YouTube Rewinds. I think it's kind of pointless if they're not going to look over, everything. It was kind of just a spotlight on people that had the spotlight already, so. Scorpion Strike asks, how do you get to visit all these exotic places? By having a job and saving up. And looking for good deals. That's really about it. I swear I'm not rich by any means, but I don't spend a whole lot when I don't have to. That's one of the most important things I can advise. And it's something that I try and stick to if at all possible. If I don't have to spend money, I don't. Like if there's something that I want, like a Lego set, and it's like, wow, I really could get that. And then I go, but do I really need to get it? Do I want it that much? And then I just don't. Then I don't have the item, but I don't spend the money. So it's still a win for me. That's how I look at things. There are some things which obviously I really do want. Not need, but want. Like the Ninjago City was something I wanted. And I'm very happy about that purchase. I don't have any regrets with it. And yeah, so that's kind of how I look at things. Let me see. Sushioda asks, do you still have your neck beard? No, I don't. I've kept it fairly cool shaven. So, yeah. Also, if there is any lag, again, just go ahead and refresh that. Go ahead and refresh the page, because we're going to go ahead and wrap up here pretty shortly. So it's been very interesting this year. You know, obviously it started out, did the recap epilogue, which I'm very content with. I wrapped up the recent reviews, also pretty content about that. And I'm still so happy that I got the chance to do that. And then there was the April Fool's joke that had happened, which, you know, while it wasn't a huge one or anything, but it was a thing. I don't know if there's another one planned. Obviously, I'm not a part of it. And if there is one planned, I know that I can't guarantee it's going to get done. And then, you know, we went later on into the year, and Mixels got canned. I remember that happening. I still need to catch up on Nexo Nights. We did the final Makuta Fest this year. That was enjoyable. I'm glad I was there to send it off. And then BrickFair. BrickFair was a little bit of a mixed bag. It definitely wasn't like last year. There's a lot of strife and issues with it. But I'm glad that some people did have fun, and I'm glad I got to talk to the people that I did there, and that there were some fun times. It wasn't all bad, of course. Then yeah, obviously enough, I did get fired from TTV. No longer a part of their group. I'm no longer an affiliate, no matter what their banners may suggest otherwise. And that has probably been it. That having happened, it was not necessarily like, oh gosh, everything's over. It was more like getting thrown into a pool of cold water. It's just very shocking. It was a very abrupt and shocking thing, and you know, I pretty much said my piece on it in the video discussing it onward and upward. But I'm very glad that I have the opportunity to be as flexible as I am, to get to interact in a more personal way and just do what I want to do. I'm very glad that I had the opportunity to do what I had started and finish doing that. You know, the recaps and the recents. But, you know what, now, this is a whole new field. I'm very excited. I'm so happy with how the show has been going. Getting to see different sides of the community, breaking out of the construction shell and seeing everything. It's been so much fun. And I have so many fun ideas in the works that I'm looking forward to you guys seeing. They're short videos, they're fun videos, and I'm looking forward to those being released. Then, you know, we got the show started, got the channel kind of working and off the ground, and it's been different, and really that's the thing. And I'm glad that everyone here has hopefully been having a good time, hopefully been having good days, and I'm hoping that moving forward that you guys continue to enjoy the things that I'm going to make. So it's really just up from here. And I'm sure things are gonna be an adventure. Real quick, there's a question here by Hasty Cheese. LJ, you gonna make any more Bionicle skits like you did in your recent recaps? Yes. If it's Bionicle related, probably, definitely, almost certainly, there'll be skits. I do want to mention that for these reviews, you know, Santarkov replica and the rest of the power pack. I will be using the same music because I did eventually end up talking to Ven from TTV, and I got permission from TTV to use my recap music because they're not going to use it, and it was specifically made for me. So I do have permission from them to use it. Written permission, which is important to have, by the way, guys. So, but again, it's not going to be affiliated with them. They're not going to be called the recent reviews. They're not going to be called the recap reviews. They're going to be called something different because the recaps and the recents are done. I finished them, and I'm quite happy with that. So that's that. Let's go and wrap up. I have a ton of people I'd like to thank. I'll start off with, obviously, the guests that I've had on the show. Elira, Swirt, Black 6, Shadow Gear, Just Too Good, LQ, Fortian, Orion, and Javier Hernandez. You guys have all been fantastic. Out of those specifically, I'd certainly love to thank Molly and Brendan. You guys are always so swell, and I love talking to you guys. And for anyone listening, I highly recommend their podcast, Gearbox Podcast. It's a little bit... It's not a family-friendly podcast, but it's so entertaining, and it's so much fun to listen to. So just keep that in mind. Stephen Wart, Swart, it's always a pleasure. I love BSO1, and it's fun to still work with you. Andrew at Black 6, and everyone over at BZ Power. BZ Power is pretty much where I grew up in the community. I have a lot of fond memories of that, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to talk with you, and I look forward to doing so again in the future. Just Too Good, it's always fun. But now we have to fight for two reasons. Firstly, Lloyd's car and your opinions on it, and secondly, because now you have a mask, and masks are my thing, buddy, and now we have to fight and determine who's the dominant masker. And everyone over at the BCC, of course, are phenomenal. You guys have been so kind, and I love talking to you guys, and I look forward to working on more things with you guys. Meso, of course, is just great. And that's really the bluntest I can put it. Meso's just great. Fwef as well. Fweffy, I hope all is well. And I look forward to many more years. Invictus, who I recently got to hang out with a little bit in Arizona. That was a lot of fun. Let me see. Who else? Keeney Hawkeye. You guys might not recognize him. You might. I'd like to thank him as well. All of you who are listening, all of you who interact and talk and give me constructive feedback and critique. I thrive off of constructive feedback and critique. I'm never going to shy away from being criticized. So I appreciate that. And everyone who has supported the transition away from TTV and the very abruptness of it. It has certainly been a startling change, but I appreciate everyone sticking around. The Bionicle subreddit for welcoming me with open arms. It has been so much fun talking to everyone there in the Bionicle subreddit Discord and the Bionicle subreddit. Everyone there is just so much fun to interact with and chat and just have fun discussions with. Just relax. It's great. Bionicle mask posting. I'm not a part of your community in the sense that I don't have a Facebook account. I'm not directly there, but the bleed over from Bionicle mask posting is always evident, and it's so much fun to see. So they're great. Obviously, BZ Power, as I mentioned earlier. Let me see. Is there anyone else I'm forgetting? BCC. The Hapori. The Hapori podcast and all the folks over there. You guys are great, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I look forward to working with you again. Certainly. Yeah. So, for now, that's about it. Obviously, my main thanks go, they go to Meso, Fwef, Keeney, and Envy, certainly. You guys are fantastic, and I thank you guys so very much. So, alright. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. A few more. Thanks to Lego for being Lego. Special thanks to Tooth Dominoes on Twitter, and to Nick Voss, Prince Galador on Twitter. You guys are phenomenal. And boy, oh boy, Nick, I cannot wait to play the Galador game. I just can't wait. It's going to be fun. And finally, thank you so much. So much to Kevin Hinkle for being so influential in the LEGO community, for being just a good person and having such a positive outlook on things, and just being him. Kevin Hinkle is just a phenomenal guy. So, alright, that is everyone. Thank you all so much for listening. I had a great time. I'm going to go ahead and leave this up once it's done processing. I will be releasing a video, hopefully within the next few days. So thank you guys so very much for listening. I hope you guys have a super special day, and a super fun day, and hopefully just a good day, and a good rest of the year, if at all possible. And I will see you all in 2018 for more fun videos, for more adventures. So, thank you all so much again, and we will see you all another time. Farewell.